COVID is raising its very ugly head, as we know, right throughout the community, and the AFL is not immune to any of this at the moment. So the Brisbane Lions have given us some insight into what they're doing at the moment. As of tomorrow, stay home to all their staff. Daily testing, larger rooms or online for meetings, gym sessions, smaller groups, press conferences outside, everyone with a mask on. Collingwood have shut the doors now in their club rooms. You can't come in after the game. Lots of clubs doing that. The Dogs have stopped having interaction with their supporters, and a number of other clubs have had to cancel or are looking to cancel what were scheduled meetings with members and the great things of football. Everyone's getting toey. Now, there's 8 senior coaches who have missed games this year. There's 17 games between now and the finals between teams who are playing for a final spot who have to fly somewhere. The AFL have got charters for east-west flights, so into Perth and out of Perth, but they can't get planes. It's as simple as that. Can't get planes, and that's the situation at the moment. So we're just showing some of the things that have happened over the weekend there. There were some clubs who had social situations, but can't go on with them now. And there's on the road. They're the various teams that have to get going. Such a fine line, isn't it? Like, such a fine line. Like last week, the Doggies won, but you lose Aaron Norton on the eve of a final series, it changes things massively. The week before, Harris Andrews, McInerney, Zach Bailey, it would just kill you.
Brisbane were decimated. They lost 9 players out of the best 22, and they lost by 4 points.
Yeah. So they've gone back from what that email looked like, Ed. Brisbane have gone back to last year, into how a lot of the clubs are operating. And interesting, you're saying the AFL can't get flights. I mean, the chairman does happen to run an airline himself, and he can't find a flight.
Well, he can't find a flight. He's the chairman of Qantas. They're sponsored by Virgin. They've got the ones in and out of Perth at the moment. But tonight, Andrew Dillon told me that they're hopeful that by finals they'll be able to do it.
So what happens in the meantime, Eddie? It's just we're on commercial flights wearing masks.
Masks as much as they possibly can, and isolating as best they can.
To clarify, east-west, west-east. So Dockers this week come over to play Richmond. That charter flight is operational, so they're relatively protected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
so that's the situation.
It's nothing new it's been 2 years. They are experienced. Clubs have done it very well.
Forget that. If you're the coach and you're saying, right, we're a chance to play in finals, make a grand final, maybe even win one, how much of a discipline, how much of a sacrifice is it to just go, right, we're going to cop this?
Well, you're having the conversation and you find out how committed your group is to achieving the ultimate success. Yeah. So clearly for the clubs right in the mix, they'll take to it, but clubs hearing this message that can't make finals, it's a bigger challenge.
Lloydie, you asked the question once as captain of the Essendon Football Club, and you were staggered by the response.
Yeah, it was 09. It was a month out from the final series. I got everyone in the auditorium and I said, boys, let's make a commitment to playing finals, and even if we improve by 1%, 2%, by getting the bed earlier, not touching the grog, let's make commitment to play in this year's final series. And I could see the body language of guys in that auditorium. Some were rocking back and forth. I said, let's be open and honest. And the responses to me were, you're married, you've got a child. That's easy for you to do. But I'm from interstate, I'm single. I want to get out and do my thing. I can't be restricted to being at home. That doesn't help my football. So there will be some players, as easy as it may sound for us, there'll be some players who say, no, I'm not going to be restricted.
Can I ask you, how close were you to saying, well, that's great, see you later?
Oh, I felt that way, but there was there was more than one. Okay. There was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ironically, from that group, how many of them have gone on to play in a final series?
No, it's
because ultimately, desire drives willpower, and it's about how much you covet something is how much you're prepared to give. And they clearly didn't covet playing finals strongly enough.
The AFL as well, there's going to be a fantastic grand final parade. I believe the final details are being sorted out at the moment, but they're expected to go from Federation Square down the Yarra so that the players will be on boats. So you'll be able to see the players. They'll get in cars, go around the MCG. Everyone will be as close as possible, but the players will be just slightly away from it. And, of course, there'll be a festival of football down around the MCG. The women's first or second round will be being played across at Collingwood's ground and at Punt Road and around there. So that's just something to look forward to in the next week or so. So people are trying to get the right things. I reckon congratulations to the AFL on this and the AFLPA and the players at this stage who are saying, no, we're prepared to do what we need to do. But, everyone's just a bit nervous at the moment on all this situation.
Ultimately, it's about risk mitigation.
It is, totally, yeah.